Welcome to Fanatic Farms.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Fanatic Farms video. This time around we're not doing a toy review or a comparison video on that. This is more of a I've been out cosplaying, I want to tell you guys video. The other day, my local comic shop, Gobsmack Comics, was doing a charity event called the Summer Sci-fi Spectacular. And we were raising money for the Minds charity. If you don't know what that is, it helps with mental health and stuff like that, people with mental health issues. So really good cause. And yeah, so I went to that and I debuted a new costume that I've been working on. And it's this. Yeah, I tried being Barf from Spaceballs, you know, John Candy. And the reason why I did that, and that's also the reason why you can see my double chin, I had to shave my beard off. Since the last video cosplay I've done, I have left the Sussex Ghostbusters due to personal reasons, and I'm left with a flight suit now. So I was like, right, I also have two other flight suits, so I thought, screw it, I'm going to use one of them to be something else. And I thought Barf would be such a cool character to do. Yeah, that was a mistake. Getting the costume together, easy peasy. Wig work, hard as hell. No one told me that. And face paint. If anybody out there can let me know or write me in a comment or something like that, how I can have face paint that I can touch without it rubbing off would be a godsend. All day, you know, it was a hot day the other day as well. I was worried it was going to drip off from sweat. I did get the wig was making my face itch, so I'm trying not to scratch my face, but ended up touching it ever so slightly, dabbing it, praying that the face paint didn't come off. But thankfully it didn't. But yeah, if there's anyone out there that can tell me how I can, or what face paints I can use, or how I can stop, because I'm using this oil-based stuff that I can use to not have that come off, please let me know, because that'd be wicked. But yeah, so like I say, cosplaying event. Oop, microphone, sorry. So I was there as Barf. We were meant to have Megatron and Bumblebee there, or Bumblebee, one of the two. But the guy that was coming for that, there was an incident, so he couldn't come down. We had two Daleks, life-size Daleks there. That was kind of cool. Toph came from, I think Toph mainly does Autism All-Stars group, I think. But that doesn't matter. He came along, he was dressed as David Tennant as the 14th. I had to double check with him. And then we ended up having we geeked out badly at one point discussing Doctor Who stuff, and I'm convinced that, you know, when David Tennant regenerated into his own hand, used his regeneration to heal himself and put that into the hand, that should still class as a regeneration, so then every other Doctor should be the number ahead, and yeah, that went for about 10 minutes. Who else we had there? We had Curtis, he was there, he was dressed as a Star Wars. Now, if you watch this, and he might be angry with me, it was either a Republic officer or a Rebellion, an officer from the Rebellion. He wasn't Imperial. A lot of people thought he was Imperial, but he wasn't, but he's still freaking cool. And then, yeah, the lovely Lady Jane was dressed up in her own costume. She was like a steampunk pirate thing. She was freaking cool. I think the guy's name was Matt. I don't know, I didn't really speak to him that much, which is my fault. He was dressed as Gambit. We had Steve, and his daughter was a Mandalorian and a Jawa. I had Keith there, he was a Jawa and a Jedi. And I don't get him. When I rocked up, it was like 10:30 time I got there. He was in a Jedi robes and Jedi costume, and like I say, it was a hot day. And then he changed out to a Jawa. Are you mental? It's bloody hot. Wait, yeah. Who else was there? Tinny. She was there in a Mandalorian costume as well. She looked freaking awesome. And Hallie. Oh no, that guy, he's wicked. I've seen him, I've done events with him. he was dressed up as a Mando as well, and he had a baby Gruger in his pouch that actually moved, and that was kind of cool. But yeah, it was a fun one. It was, like I say, it was a bit of a shame that not many people, costumers, could attend. But the weekends in August now are always busy. There's always events going on, so I completely understand that. And we did our little charity bucket things. They were getting heavy towards the end of the day, so I think we did pretty well for the charity. But I spent a lot of time because Gobsmack have opened up like a sister shop called Square Eyes Arcade, and I did spend a lot of time in there because one, it was dark, it had air conditioning, and the lovely person behind the counter, Dawn, I went to school with, I've known her since year 7. I kept going and stealing her fan, just trying to dry my face out before it ripped off. But yeah, it was a real fun day, and also a big thanks to my wife. You bless her heart. I came home from work Friday night, and she knew I was doing this character, and I said it'd be quite cool to have like a dog biscuit box, but if I actually could have like biscuits, not dog biscuits, human biscuits, so I could eat them. Came home Friday night, and bless her heart, she was baking me shortbread, bone-shaped biscuits to take around and that lot. So that was brilliant. That look completed the look. And also, I want to apologise to her as well, because whilst we were in town doing the like charity fundraising stuff like that, she came into town with her sister, and Fiona, she never comes to see an event that I'm at and all this kind of shit. She doesn't do it. And I saw her across the shopping centre, and she just ran up to her, grabbed her, and made a big scene, trying to embarrass her. So I do apologise for that. I also went into her work, and her boss took a picture of me and sent it to Fee as well, saying, "Look who just walked in." So yeah, now her staff will know I'm a weirdo. But yeah, it was a real fun day, and the amount of people that actually knew who I was quite shocking, because like I said before, and I like to do obscure characters. I don't like doing mainstream characters. I'm a fat guy, so trying to do a mainstream character is difficult. So to have people walk past and go barf, or like walk up and like, "You Spaceballs," I'm like, yeah, I am. Cheers, man, and that made me feel good. So, and also what's kind of cool is I've joined a new cosplay group, which is the Sussex Cosplay Alliance, and they've okayed me for wearing this costume out and about. So now Jurassic Park, Ranger, and Barf are going to be my 2 main cosplays, and then Ghostbusters 2 or Ghostbusters Engineering Corps are going to be my backup one now, because it was nice doing a cosplay without having to lug a proton pack and a suitcase full of accessories and bits and bobs. Barf is just tail, gloves, the wig. Granted, the wig is a pain in the neck. Bit of face paint, overalls, and shoes. That is it, done. And my box of biscuits. But yeah. We had a really fun time. It got to about 3:30, 4:45, and we were all flagging by that point. I think we all generally decided, as a group, decided to leave, because where Drew, the owner of Gobsmack, had us kind of pitched up, it was on the Mosaic and Swan Walk, and that's like under a glass roof. So it was warm, and he had props on display. He's got a speeder bike. He had his proton pack. The Daleks, when they weren't being used, were on display there, and like Spider-Man's helmet, T'Challa's Black Panther helmet was on display. Lola, like my Lola I've got from my Star Wars one, that was on display as well. So yeah, we were kind of hanging around there, making sure people weren't touching stuff, and it just got so hot on the Mosaic. And like for myself and Tinny and Steve and Hallie, or whatever his name is, well, those 3 especially, because they're all in Mando costumes, and then me with a wig and fur on, it got toasty. So yeah, we called it quits, and we did a fair bit. And like I say, one guy came along and just put a $5 in my tin because I was dressed as Barf. And there was a few kids that knew who I was as well, and it's just like, yeah, you've been brought up correctly. So that was cool. And like I say, I'll hopefully do more cosplaying again. But yeah, that was it. Oh, and before I go, the photos that have been popping up in that lot, they were all done by Wendy. And there's the one of me sitting outside Gobsmack not being allowed in because no dogs allowed. That's from the lovely Jane. and the one inside the arcade and with the space background, that's from Dawn. She did that one for me. So yeah, thanks to those guys for letting me steal their photos, and just thanks for Drew for having us. Thanks for everyone that donated to the charity. And like I say, if you can think of a way of making my makeup better, or how I can stick my wig to the side of my head like this, so my ears aren't showing, but I'd be able to take the wig off if I need to. Also, please let me know, because I'm trying to work out. I don't like the Karen. I call it the Karen Bob hairstyle. But yeah, that was it. That was me just saying that I was out cosplaying with a new costume the other day. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.